join me on your mat. We're going to start at the top of the mat. And as we normally begin an easy seat, this time I'd like to start with the soles of the feet together. And we'll just lay back, reclined bound angle with the soles of the feet together, lying back on the mat. Place one hand over your chest, one on your belly. Just relax into the pose, no need to pull or push. Try and get into or out of anything. Just let your body rest on the floor. As you breathe, we want to make the lower hand, the one on our belly, move up and down on the exhale, up on the inhale. A lot of times our breath moves through our chest. We want to try and drive that down. It's the diaphragm working to make space for the lungs to fill. And again, it's the diaphragm working to close off the space, pushing up on the lungs to expel the air out. Take a few more breaths to center yourself, to welcome yourself to your mat. On your next exhale, we can cross the legs or extend them as we sit up. Roll over the legs and come into tabletop. Knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders, tops of the feet on the floor. Cat and cow. As we inhale, the belly drops down, shoulders draw back, gaze goes up. And as we exhale, we close it off, rounding the upper back, tucking the tailbone in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Keep continuing in this rhythm, following your breath. Return into tabletop, neutral spine. Walk the knees out towards the side. Bring the toes together behind you. Sink the hips down. Extended child's pose. Draw the arms further out in front of you and let the chest sink down to your mat. The forehead can come down to the floor. Or if you can drop your chest down far enough, your chin can come to rest on the mat. Maybe on this first one, we aren't reaching quite as far, and that's well and good. You can find some movement and play here, shifting the body side to side. Walking the hands to the right, stretching through the left side body. Walking our hands back to the center. Again, we're taking it easy here, not trying to push into or out of anything, just finding a calm centering. And walking our hands to the left. Coming back to the center. Returning to tabletop. And then drawing ourselves up to standing. Standing at the top of the mat. Inhale the arms up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stepping back with the right foot. We let the knee come to the floor, top of the foot to the mat. Sink the hips down further. Open the chest forward. Sweep the arms overhead. Gaze lifts up. Stay here for a few breaths. Hands come down to either side of the front foot. We tuck the toes, lift the knee, sending the left foot back. Plank. And as we exhale, knees, hips stay up, chest, shin down to the floor. We scoop ourselves forward, keeping the elbows bent. Hips on the floor, cobra. Release down to the floor. Tuck the hips back, onto the toes, sending them up and behind you, downward facing dog. Walk the knees, walking the dog, bend the knees one after the other. Looking towards the hands, take the left foot, step it forward. Sinking the knee down again. Top of the foot to the mat. We lift the hands, lift the chest. And now the left hand will drop back behind us, reaching for the back thighs. We continue with the left to reach towards the ceiling. Both hands to the ceiling. And then they come down to frame the front foot. Tuck the toes, lift the knee, step forward, halfway lift, hands on our shins, our thighs, or the floor to have a neutral spine. Exhale, forward fold, let the head fall forward. Staying here, grasp either opposite elbow, letting the ears come between your biceps. Relax the lower back, ragdoll. Hang here and let gravity help you in your fold, hinging forward, releasing down the back. Letting go of the elbows, we will sweep the arms up overhead, still hinged over. Now begin to bend the knees, sink the hips down, chair pose. Inhale, stand up, slight back bend and volcano. With the palms together, bring them down, gazing forward, mountain pose. Inhale, arms come up, volcano. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, the chest lifts, hands come to the shins, fingertips to the mat, or hands to the thighs, bringing out that neutral spine. Stepping back with the left foot, We sink the knee down, top of the foot to the mat. Hips drop down further as our chest opens towards the front of the mat. Hands scoop up, reaching towards the ceiling. Releasing the hands back down and tuck the back toes to lift the knee. Step back with the right, downward facing dog. Again, walk the knees here. Gazing towards the hands, step forward. With the left foot, with the right foot, dropping the left knee down, top the toes. Hands come to the ceiling, chest opens towards the front of the mat, drawing the shoulders down. Right hand drops behind us, reaches behind for the back thigh. Left hand still reaching towards the ceiling. Both hands now reach up. And then we sweep them down on either side of the foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Stepping back with the right, we come to plank. Slowly lower knees, hips stay up, chest, chin. Scoop the body forward, tops of the feet to the mat. Pressing up with the hands, squeezing the backside. Cobra. Release it down, sinking your hips back and up, downward facing dog once more. Gazing at the hands, step or hop your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And with your hands out over the head, biceps between your ears between your biceps, sink the hips down, bending the knees, chair pose. Inhale up. Inhale, drop the hands down and up, circling them up, and then we exhale, palms together, thumbs to sternum, shoulders down. Sweep through the arms again. Inhale up, exhale, palms down. Again. Again, inhale, sweep the arms, circle, sweep them up. Exhale, pressing the palms together, bringing the thumbs to the center of your chest, of the sternum. Take a step back with your left foot, stepping wide. We're going to turn the front foot to face forward, back foot at a 45-degree angle. Take your time and find your placement. Bending in the front knee. We still keep our weight in the back foot, pushing out along the outer edge of the back foot. In the front knee, we take the knee out towards the pinky toe. Hips squared open to the side of the mat. Opening the arms, long in front and behind. We bring our gaze over the right fingers, warrior two. Chest opens, lifting up, bringing the pelvis forward. Turn your right palm to face the sky. Bringing it up, we tilt back, left leg, left hand to the thigh, reaching up towards the ceiling and down our back leg. Peaceful warrior. Sweeping the arm forward, we bring the right forearm to the front thigh, left hand bicep to ears, we gaze up, extended side angle. Releasing both hands down to frame the front foot, we come up onto our back toes, low lunge. Stepping back into right foot plank. Lowering down, either chaturanga, elbows tucked into the side, or we can go knees, hips up, chest, chin to the floor. Scooting ourselves forward. We squeeze through the backside to lift the chest. Chest, cobra. Releasing the chest down, scooting back, hips up, downward facing dog. Gazing at the hands now, we either step, hop, or float to the top of the mat, halfway lift, forward fold. Sweeping the arms up next to the biceps, we sink the hips down, the knees bend, chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, mountain pose. Stepping back with the right foot. Turning the left foot forward, and the back heel a little further back into a 45-degree angle. Again, find time to mark your placement, find your placement. Hips are open to the side of the mat, and we begin to bend the front knee. Knee stays out towards the pinky toe. Chest is lifted. Our weight is drawn into the outside edge of the back foot. And when we're ready, opening the arms long, we gaze over the left hand. We stay for a few breaths, finding movement and adjustments. Turning the left palm to the ceiling, we scoop it up and back as we tilt back. The right hand reaches for the back thigh. Peaceful warrior. Bending the front arm, we bring it forearm to thigh. Right hand up and overhead. Bicep by our ear, gazing towards the ceiling. Fingertips long, extended side angle. Releasing the hands, circle sweep the arms down, both hands framing the front foot, coming up onto our back toes. We step back with the left foot plank. Release down, knees, chest, chin. Letting the body come forward, squeezing through the backside to lift the chest, tops of the feet to the mat. Cobra. Releasing the body down, tucking the toes, sending the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Moving our gaze to the front hands, we can walk, step, or hop up to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Leaving the hands, biceps between the ears, we sink the hips down, bend the knees, chair pose. Inhale, up, palms together. Exhale, releasing them down, mountain pose. Stepping back again with the left foot. We find the back foot at a 45-degree angle. Taking time to find our placement. We push through the back edge of the foot, bending the front knee. Take the elbows out long, thumbs will enter under the armpits. Tucking the elbows down, fingertips to the ceiling, we open the chest up. Warrior Two, Variation 1. Finding a big opening in the chest. Squaring the hips to the side of the mat. Gazing to the side of the mat. Straightening the front leg, bringing the elbows up to release, extending the arms out, Warrior Two, Variation 2. We bend the front knee, bending a little bit deeper, making sure that we don't go beyond 90 degrees, where our knee goes in front of our ankle. Tucking the pelvis forward, hips stay squared to the side, gazing over the right fingers. Right palm turns to face the sky. We tilt back. Peaceful warrior. Bending a little bit further in the front knee. Returning to warrior two. And now for extended side angle, we can go to where we were before, either with the forearm on the thigh, or we can drop it down behind us if we have a block. Now is a good time to use a block to raise the floor to meet us. We want to make sure that the chest stays open. We might even drop the hand in front to push against the thigh. Bending in that front knee. Release both hands down, outside of the feet, opposite sides of the feet, turning back up on the toes, stepping back with the right foot, high plank. Lowering down, either chaturanga or again, knees, chest, chin. Scooping ourselves forward, cobra or upward dog. And then hips, up and back, downward facing dog. Turning our gaze to our hands, step, hop, float to the top of the mat, halfway lift, forward fold. With our ears between our biceps, we sink the hips down, bending the knees, chair. Inhale up, palms together, drawing them down, mountain pose. Stepping back with the right foot, we find the back foot at a 45-degree angle behind us. We take time to find our placement. Hips are squared to the side. Taking our thumbs, elbows out wide, we stick the thumbs under our armpits, tuck the elbows down, fingertips towards the ceiling, opening up the chest really big, bending in the front knee. Warrior 2, variation 1. With the chest still lifted, release the thumbs from the armpits and open the leg, arms open wide. Warrior 2, variation 2, bend a little bit further into that front knee. Extended side angle, we can bring the forearm to the thigh, right arm overhead, or we can drop the hand down in front or behind. To find a deeper stretch, take your time and find your placement, opening up the chest towards the ceiling, towards the side mat, not letting it collapse down towards the floor. And again, if you need to come in or out, like I'm having to do, that's fine. Find your placement and your peace with where you are. Circle, sweep the arms down, both feet frame the front foot, coming up onto the back toes, stepping back with the left foot, high plank. Release down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Scooping up, upward facing dog or cobra. And then the hips come up and back for downward facing dog. Looking towards your hands, step or hop your way to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. And then with your hands, long ears between your biceps, we sink the hips down, bend the knees, chair. Inhale up, exhale. Palms together, thumbs to sternum, mountain. Lifting up the left knee, flexing the foot, standing knee to chest. Release the foot down, either sole of the foot to the shin, toes on the floor, heel on your shin, or we can tuck the foot up into the upper thigh. Tree pose. you're ready, extend the arms straight overhead. Bringing the hands, palms together, back to heart center. Release the foot down to the floor. Shift our weight, second side. We begin with standing knee to chest, drawing up the knee, holding it in front of us. Again, our chest stays open and we stand tall. Release the foot to the shin or the inner thigh, either above or below the knee. Pressing the foot into the thigh, thigh into foot, bringing the pelvis forward. Finding that spot in front of us to gaze and hold our gaze there to help with our balance. And when we're ready, we inhale the arms up overhead, reaching tall and rooting down as a tree. Releasing both hands down, we return the palms together to heart center, releasing the foot down to the floor. Returning to mountain pose, take a breath here, and then come to a seat on the floor. Staff. Legs are long, feet are flexed, sitting up tall. Take the left leg, we'll bring it up into the outside of the right thigh, reaching across, sitting the left hand behind us, a twist, looking over the left shoulder. Release the twist and return to staff. Both legs long, sitting tall. Right foot now comes up and over the left. Reaching over the leg, we send the right hand behind us to twist in the opposite direction. Release the twist, return to staff. We sit tall, taking the left leg and sending it, the heel just outside the thigh. Right foot, sole tucks into the inner thigh. We turn the body over the left leg and we hinge forward, folding over the long leg. Sitting up, we return again to staff. And the right leg, heel goes to the outside of the mat. Tuck the left sole of the foot in, hinging forward over the long leg. Knees in, squeezing them tight into the chest. And then the hands will reach for the outside edge of each foot. Happy baby, drawing the bottom of the spine down towards the mat. Feet are flexed, pulling the knees down towards the armpits. Release the happy baby, bringing the feet down, extending them long, hands by your sides, feet fall open. We can bring the shoulder blades underneath our body. Closing our eyes, we now come into Savasana or corpse pose where we lie here, releasing our breath, releasing our tension, finding peace within our body. Begin to bring awareness back to your fingers, your toes. Awareness to your breath. Turning over onto your left side. We prepare for sitting up. Also, you can feel free to stay in Savasana for much longer if you choose to. Thank you for practicing with me.